Susan, talk about what the world will look like beyond the chaos we're experiencing now. Great question. So, team, can you share with us what this world might look like once we deal with all this chaos? There will be room to breathe. People will spread out just because it's like, oh, got all this space. I can think, I can be, I can feel without being overwhelmed with all the things that they have to do just to survive. It won't be about surviving, it'll be about thriving. So I'm seeing the plants are growing lots of beautiful flowers, fruits and vegetables, and the needs are met. The plants are excited about the energy too, so they're going to be um, more fruitful, more abundant in what they produce. The animals are going to be at a whole different level of energy, so more nutritious than they had been before. And of course, their lives before, they get consumed will be better as well in this new energy. It's just like this wave of peace, like the clouds floating by, gentle, but palpable. Gently palpable. So you'll know it's there. You'll be aware of it, at least in the beginning, until you get to that place where it's just so normal that you stop noticing it. But it will be there. And it's like a gentle caress of the hand of divine as all that energy flows by through, permeating all parts of your being, renewing you. So the very air itself will be sweeter. It will be more rejuvenation from the air. It's like a higher level of octane almost. Guess that's the best way to describe it. So when you're breathing in, it's just rejuvenating your body. It's lighting you up. Everything is going to be more tactile. You're going to notice things at a just what's the word I'm looking for? They're just going to be more noticeable with just the slightest touch. You don't need heavy pressure, in other words. You're going to notice those fine things. So it's about opening up our senses. I keep getting visions like the gravity won't be as heavy once Gaia shifts into 4D. So it'll be like we're walking across the earth, but we're not sinking in. We're almost gliding across the top. I don't know if that's literal or metaphorical, but that's what I've seen and feeling. So everything is changing and expanding. And some of it, of course, we have the power to affect and change. So, if something doesn't suit you, you'll be able to change it way easier. Because you know how, as you learned about law of attraction and manifesting, and man, you're just getting in there and you're working so hard at trying to do all the right things to manifest. It won't be like that. It's going to be closer to what you get in the fifth dimension, which is manifestation at the speed of thought. So in the fourth dimension, it's just going to flow more. There won't be all that stress and strain. You'll have a deeper insight into the laws of the universe, how they function. So anything else you want to share about 4D life? Heavenly, heavenly. Here's something I don't think I've told you yet. I did talk about it in my first book, Akasha Unleashed, the Missing Manual to You. And the funny thing is, I didn't know all this stuff was coming. So it's really interesting that came up during the book. But when I was writing about that experience with coming into oneness with ego, so we had ego is third dimensional, higher self is fourth dimensional, soul is fifth dimensional. And as we're moving forward into this new dimension now, it's coming into oneness is so important. We don't want to be in that place of fighting with one another anymore, which is why I keep telling people to get that meditation and do it if you haven't already. So it's coming to that oneness. But here's the thing. We have now moved up from third dimension that was ego into fourth dimension that has always been higher self. So think about what might it feel like to now daily function at the level of higher self, the higher perspective, the deeper understanding, more peace, more benevolence. That's the word they're saying, benevolence, which is really interesting. Yeah. So let me know if that makes sense or if you have more questions about that. It's pretty cool.